It was
Agreed.
just, you belong.
Mm.
It was that simple. It was, hey, if you feel like you don't belong, you're right. And if you feel like you do, you're right.
Wow.
It was stressful, certainly. I was on month-to-month leases in Columbus because I didn't know if my contract was going to go or not. So I got to play that Wednesday Open Cup game. It was Crew's reserves versus Chicago Fire's first team. Game ends 2-2. We go to penalties, and I don't make a single save. Go 0 for 11. I took the last penalty and got mine saved, and that's how the game ends. And that was hard. It was very hard. It was hard for me to handle. It was, frustrating because that was my one chance, and I had a good game up until that point. We got a couple of our reads wrong on where we thought guys would go, and we had some guys that you've never taken a penalty before in your life. But after that game, I had a conversation with Greg, and he's like, hey, just want to let you know, like you keep training and stuff, but I think if you want to take the next step in your career, you're gonna have to go somewhere and play games. It was basically, we're not gonna sign you next year.
Wow.
And go play games. And that was frustrating to hear 6 months to the end of the season, considering it's now the middle of June. But I was at that point, I got an agent, and he started looking around, and shortly after that, I kind of knew what was going to happen. But
you went through a lot of the adversity, and if I remember right from our first conversation, you have played the most games out of any USL keeper. Is that right?
And since the time that I've been in the USL, I don't. I've done my own research. I don't think any goalkeeper has played more games than I have.
How many games
in
is
the
that?
2 years? 56.
Wow.
And they're 54, including playoffs.
What do you think's next after this?
I don't know. The hope is always to go back MLS. Hope 2 steps back, or 2 steps forward, 1 step back. I feel like I just did the 1 step back, go to USL. But now, even if it doesn't happen, I'm happy with how I'm playing. I'm happy with my confidence, and I'm enjoying playing every single game. Like, that's something that, when you go from not playing a game for 2 years to playing every single game week in and week out, it's really fun. My first season at El Paso, early on, we were not very good. We were struggling. We gave up a lot of goals. We made some mistakes. I made a couple mistakes. Right. I had one of the most unlucky. I was on ESPN not top 10 because I came out for a ball. Yeah, I didn't even tell you this. I came out. We're playing Phoenix my first year, 2019. It's at home. This is like our 3rd home game, maybe. And so I'm still trying to prove myself. I'm getting used to having fans. So I come running out. There's a long ball at the top. It's the right decision for me to come out. And my foot completely just slips. I go straight on my butt. I try to head it, but it skips past. Guy comes in for a tap in. It's 1-0, 20 minutes into the game or something like that.
Oh,
and
my God.
I had a fine game after that, but it ends 2-0. Everyone has 2 lives. And your second one starts when you find out you only have 1.
Ooh.
I do believe that I have started in the last year, 2 years, 3 years that, you know what? I'm going to live my life. I'm not going to have any regrets. I'm not going to have any regrets in my career or choices I've made. It is what it is. It's in the past now. I can only build on new experiences from here on out. So if I spend my entire career in the USL, I'm happy with that because I feel that I'm giving everything that I have. If I am fortunate enough to go back to MLS, I'm going to put everything I have into that basket. So
Wondolowski can't get it. Ketterer comes up big. Makes have a corner.
Ketterer just holds his ground. And Chris Wondolowski doesn't get a lot of power on this one. Opts to go with the inside of his right foot, choosing to really look to.
What's your best advice that you could give parents, players, anybody who is anywhere in life, whether it's business, coaching, whatever, they feel stuck?
The lower the lows, the higher the highs that you can have. If you don't have any lows, you're never really going to have much highs. If I'm a math numbers guy. If your days are always right around here, boring, nothing's drastic. If you don't have the lows, you'll never feel the excitement, the energy, the rush of the super high highs. So it's going to end your misery, whatever. The struggles are going to stop, and hopefully you've learned something from it that you can use to push yourself forward and find those higher highs.
Bet on you, because you're good enough. Bet on you. You only have one life. Keep going, because there's more in you.